Hello boys and girls, welcome back. I'm going to be potting on these tomatoes that I potted on a couple of weeks ago. They don't seem to be doing very well in the actual soil that I put them in. Not just to the tomato plants, but actually the peppers that are in the kitchen on the window ledge. I don't know what's going on with them, to be honest. I don't know whether the soil has been contaminated, because this was, I didn't use it last year, but I got it the year before. So this is when the old seed was around, like the year after, and everybody's complaining about really bad compost. And I think I may have some of that bad compost. So what we're going to do is we're going to pot them onto bigger pots, a little bit bigger again, and hopefully all I'm going to use this time is multi-purpose compost. Now some of them, as you probably see, number 3, I don't know if you can see it here, number 3 is Tiger. So I'm still going to work on that principle. So Tiger Tom is number 3. Now I don't know how these are going to come out, to be honest. No, the roots have not grown very well. The soil is very heavy and clayey. So I think this may have been the compost. Look, it's absolutely garbage. Now I'm going to see if I can get a decent start on some of these. Some are not worth potting on, to be honest. Some have already died off. But with these, it may have a little bit of a chance. This soil is, watch, it's just holding moisture all the time, and it's just like clay, really bad. So you know what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to go in the water with that lot for a minute. I will try my best to break this up very carefully, just to expose the roots, which, let's be honest, they haven't grown. So that soil has done a lot of damage to these plants. I was wondering why it's not growing on. And there we go. The soil itself, the roots haven't actually grown. And I'll spring in these and literally now see what happens. I got a sneaky feeling I may have to actually sow new seeds with this lot, to be honest. But I'm going to bury them right down to the leaves this time, as you can see. Now these are the Tiger tomatoes. I haven't got any seeds left of these, so I'm going to try to keep this the best I can. The Black Russian, I only had a few seeds of that left as well, so I'm going to try and get the best that I can. So the Tiger is number 3. So what I'm going to do on here is I'm just going to put a 3 on my pot. I don't know what it is. So these Black Russian one here, Black Russian number 5. You can see, look at the state of that soil. That's terrible. Really is bad. And I haven't had them in water all the time either. I've not been soaking them. So very odd. Let's see how this Black Russian one is. Thankfully it's not too late in the season to actually sow them again, if that makes sense. I'm sure this greenhouse just rattles on purpose around here, you know. It's not even windy outside. Look at the state of this. There you go. Not exactly the best of the game. So we'll take them right up to the leaves. Well, I'm going to carry on with these. So I've got all these here, then I've got another tray with tomatoes in. But at this rate, I will be honest, this is not looking good at all. It's like a delicate operation, boys and girls. This is the only things I've managed to save. The other ones wasn't really that much cop, so these we'll have to say they go next 12 hours, 24 hours. They may soak for a little bit, but hopefully they'll pick back up and hopefully they'll start growing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these inside the greenhouse, inside that little greenhouse, if that makes sense. Right, what's next? The chilies. This might be interesting. I'll show you how bad these are as well. Right, some of these have actually grown a bit better, but the reason why I was suspecting poisoning of the compost is every single one of these chilies has done this to the leaves. The jalapeno, number 6, it's in there, so it's not too bad. Now, I'm suspecting compost, but yet other people online are stating that because could be too much water. But yet, once again, I haven't been overfeeding them. Need a few little aubergines and sweet pepper. They can get potted on. That's compost isn't the best again. Got a habanero in there, so I'll try and put them, a few of them in. And that is, all these have been from the same soil, and all of them have struggled to grow. So I don't know what the soil contamination or what is my growing conditions. So pot them on, let's see what we can do with them. So I'm on to a slightly bigger pot, not much bigger, just that they're slightly rounder. I also want to see how these got on. Let's get the jalapeno first. Yeah, look, again, soil is like clay. There's no root ball. There's a few little roots, but nothing really that are decent. I'm going to take some of the soil back out of here, and I'll try. These are a bit niggly to work with because I don't want to really try and break any more roots. But yeah, the soil is absolute garbage. That's possibly the root ball. I actually think I could do with actually a bigger pots than these. So I'm going to see if we can get some bigger pots. Not deep enough, that one. Got some slightly deeper ones here, just one. A little bit deeper, I'll do some again. So, just going to pass them down. What I'll try and do is, I'll try and get that right down to the bottom. Pencil of some description. Just gotta be careful I don't break the roots. Fill it up. It's a little bit leggy, but hopefully that'll grow on a bit better than the rest of them. Let's plant these up and I'll come back to it again in a bit and we'll do. I've had a look at some of these chilies. The roots are actually starting to grow in these ones for some bizarre reason. But what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to prick out these aubergines and some of these other chilies here and put them into bigger pots. So these little seedlings are going into the small pots, and then I'll have to pot them again in a few weeks. But this time I'm using multi-purpose compost. That bag that I did have, thankfully, is gone. I do believe I've got another bag over there. So got aubergine here that needs planted on. This is a pretty deep pot, this one, to be fair. All I'm going to do is I'm going to use my fork to try and prick it out. I'm hoping it comes out in one go, which yes it has. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to push that down, give it a bit of a shake. That's the aubergine. I'll actually put it on my sheet. Here's my secondary sheet now, and that one was Black Beauty, so I will put that on there as well. These chilies now, I'm going to put them inside that little green greenhouse, inside the big greenhouse. I've got stuff in there that needs to take it to the allotment now and need to be planted on. So let's get these into pots first of all. I've got a couple of here that didn't grow, so I will actually have a go at redoing these again. I'll just change the date that I did the seeds on. I'll keep the labels. Maybe a little bit too cold when I planted them in. There's all sorts of factors, but I think I've got some more seeds left of the other ones. So I'm going to put this up here with the other one. And all I'm going to do now really is, I've got a couple left chilies here. I forgot what those ones are, it doesn't matter. They'll start to grow and I can be able to identify which ones are which. I think they're habanero actually. Yeah, they are. So what I'm going to do is prick these out and see if I can separate them. So my habanero, gone to my sheet, is number 10. Some of these may not grow, some may, all of them could grow. So if all of them grow, some of them will be given away. Once again, number 10. I don't mean down the street either. Let's do these last two. And one there doesn't look too healthy, but I might give it a go. For the sake of a little bit of compost, that doesn't look healthy, but we'll give it a go anyway. Number 16, number 10, number 10. This one here, a little bit leggy, so I'm going to put it in a taller pot. Where have I put my pricking out tool now? It's there. Blinds are bat. Blinds are bat. Not bad restructure. And he goes to the bottom. Not too sure what that one is. So it can be a mystery chiller. Well, that's about it for me today. Thanks for watching. Maybe a little bit boring for some, but maybe educational for others about possibility of contaminated compost and what signs to look for.